Welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of March 20, 2023. I'm Jason Parent with Aroostook County Action Program. On this very special edition of ACAP Today, we're going to take you to the SledgeHammer Swinging Event, the ceremony held last week in Presque Isle at the site of ACAP's brand new supportive housing complex that will in the future house the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. We'll take you to that ceremony in just a minute, but before we do that, we're first going to get to the news and information that you can use. Again, that's for the week of March 20th, 2023. And we start in the news and information that you can use by sharing with you that we are understanding that folks, especially those folks who have been impacted by the reduced benefit for the SNAP program, may be struggling with food insecurity challenges in their families. We want to remind folks out there that there's a network of community cupboards available to provide an opportunity if you are having an immediate food insecurity issue or challenge. These are not intended to be long-term pantry solutions or solutions to long-term food insecurity. There are other resources available for that. This is just in the event that you are struggling at the moment and are unable to access another resource. Specifically, these resources are available to individuals in many communities 24 hours a day, as they are at ACAP 771 Main Street Community Cupboard in Presque Isle. Others are available at operating hours, such as at our Military Street Community Cupboard, which is open from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, the operating hours of that facility. We encourage you, if you have the availability to give to these community cupboards, to do so, or these community cupboards are a place where you need food. You can access a number of them, as I said, 24/7. It is a give what you can, take what you need concept, and so we encourage you to use these. In addition to that, there is a food resource guide available on ACAP's website. There's also copies of the food resource available at some of these community pantries, including the 2 ACAP pantries in Presque Isle and Holton. We encourage you to use these as needed. Another area we're hearing from folks about is that a number of individuals are being dropped from main care coverage that were able to access that coverage during the pandemic. That has come to an end for a number of households, and those, including those in our region. We are reminding you that ACAP is an agency that helps with enrollment assistance and navigation for CoverMe.gov, Maine's Affordable Healthcare Coverage Network. Common qualifying events include the loss or soon to lose comprehensive health coverage, which is part of a qualifying event if you're losing main care coverage. We are encouraging folks to reach out to us, to visit coverme.gov and reach out to us if they need help navigating that site and navigating their options. We have 2 trained navigators in this area standing by. They are Lisa Bates and Barb Rodriguez. You can contact our agency at 764-3721 for help navigating coverme.gov. The Winter Energy Relief Program continues to be offered throughout Aroostook County. We have about 1,000 households who are typically over income for other programs such as HEAP that can now benefit from this program. We've worked with about 400 or so households in Aroostook County to help them get this energy benefit. We are going to be waiving moving forward that you're under a quarter of a tank or a quarter of a tank and under of fuel oil. If you are just finding it challenging to afford fuel oil at this time, as many households are, especially those who don't otherwise qualify for any assistance, we are encouraging you to call us at 764-3721 to apply for this program. It's a quick over-the-phone application that our reception team can do directly with you, and it will provide an $800 benefit or credit to your fuel vendor account. It doesn't even come to your household, so it doesn't count as income against you. It goes directly to your fuel vendor, so that credit is there when you need to order fuel. Again, we encourage you to call us at 764-3721. We will also be on site at a couple of trade shows in Madawaska and Holton in the month of April to help folks enroll who are eligible for this program. Workforce development here at ACAP continues to offer a number of paid work experience and on-the-job training opportunities. We're really encouraging folks, whether they're businesses or prospective individuals who are looking to upgrade or upskill their workforce development skills, to please contact us. The number is 764-3721. You can also email us at info@acap-me.org or visit our website, acap-me.org. In addition to that, our workforce development programs offer a number of other services, including educational and vocational training that provides assistance for paying for tuition, books, and other fees, workplace readiness skills, as I mentioned, on-the-job training, helping folks to get their high school equivalency diploma. We can also connect with childcare assistance and travel assistance, and of course, help signing up for healthcare coverage, as I just spoke with you about there a moment ago. Again, 764-3721, info@acap-me.org or acap-me.org are the resources to check into. The Home Energy Assistance Program, as I mentioned during the winter energy relief payments, is continuing to take customers through June of this year. If you have not had a HEAP appointment since last July, or before last July, I should say, we are encouraging you to call us and schedule a HEAP appointment. This is the best time of year, frankly, to schedule an appointment for energy assistance. We can see folks within a week, within the same week that they call, and even our processing period of time is much shorter than it is in the height of the season, as folks are all looking to get heat for the cold winter months. The benefit of this is that the benefit does stay on your fuel vendor account for several months. So even if you don't all use it here in the spring and summer months, it will be there on your fuel vendor account in the fall. 768-3053 is the direct line for our Home Energy Assistance Program. I mentioned the community cupboards earlier. The community closet is another project of ACAP, and this one is located outside of our 771 Main Street Presque Isle Customer Service Center near Walmart. As you can see here, there were coats taken in this picture, and we certainly do welcome winter outer gear or spring out gear, as we're hopefully heading into spring shortly here. We also welcome clothing of all sizes and for all ages. You can drop off clothing 24/7 at the community closet, or you can bring it inside our offices from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. We are encouraging and certainly can facilitate both. We are also encouraging folks that need clothing to please visit the community closet. It is a resource available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our prevention team is reminding folks to dispose of their unwanted or unused medications at any Aroostook County Police Department through the Aroostook Drug Take-Back effort. We want to make sure that we let folks know that there are safe ways to do this. You can also drop them off at selected pharmacies. ACAP's prevention and wellness website link has more information on that. ACAP also has some Deterra drug deactivation pouches available that are very helpful in disposing of unwanted or expired medication through that Deterra drug deactivation pouch. So reach out to us if you are looking for that, or if you need more information on where to dispose safely of your prescription drugs. COVID-19 vaccines and tests continue to be available readily throughout Aroostook County and through various websites. You can visit maine.gov/COVID-19/vaccines about an appointment and finding an appointment near you. We can also help you with that at 764-3721 if you're unable to navigate online. There's also 2 resources to go get free COVID tests online. That's covidtest.gov and accesscovidtest.org. Both of those sites recycle on about a monthly basis, so you can receive another set of free at-home tests if you've not received one in a month or so. And lastly, in this week's news and information that you can use, we want to share with you that if there are products or services or any assistance that you're in need of at this time that we haven't talked about, we do have navigators here at the agency that can help you connect with services, whether they're inside of our agency or out of our agency, to get the services and support that you need. We encourage you to please contact ACAP at 764-3721 and help us connect you with a navigator if you're not certain what services you want. And before we leave and go to the main feature of this week's ACAP Today, we usually do this at the end of the ACAP Today broadcast, but we're going to bring you now our snapshot of the week before we go into that video. This snapshot of the week is reminiscent of our Project Cinderella, or Cinderella Project of Maine Comes to Aroostook County. It was a huge success. 221 formal dresses were given to county students, and that's to date. We're still welcoming students by appointment into our boutique on the 3rd floor of the 480 Main Street Vision Care Building in downtown Presque Isle. These are 2 of our lovely young ladies who accompanied Kim Garrett-Michaud on WAGM's Morning Edition with Sean Cunningham to model 2 of the dresses that are available, might be not available anymore, as we've given away 221 of them. through ACAP's project or Cinderella Project of Maine comes to Aroostook County. And we thank these lovely ladies, the Buck Girls, for accompanying Kim bright and early on WAGM's morning edition and getting all dressed up in these beautiful gowns that were available in our Cinderella Project of Maine comes to Aroostook boutique. And so now, as I indicated at the beginning of this week's edition of ACAP Today, we take you to the SledgeHammer Swinging Event that marked the start of construction on a first of its kind supportive housing facility in Aroostook County. We take you now to that celebration.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being here. My name is Jason Parent, and I'm the CEO of Aroostook County Action Program. And it's a pleasure to see so many of our community partners and friends here with us today. Today marks a key milestone for our agency and for our Aroostook County community, and it culminates months of planning work and the kickoff of construction work to transform this building into a first-of-its-kind supportive housing complex for Aroostook County. As we all know, the need for housing both here in the county, here in the state of Maine, and nationwide is very great at this time, and this project will certainly help ameliorate that. It is a collaborative project that brings to bear the resources, time, and talent of a number of partners locally, at the state level, and at the federal level, and we're going to hear from some of those today. As we kick off this phase of the work on this project that will bring it to fruition, that will bring this building to fruition, this occasion is to share with the community the plans for this space, what it will look like, and who will serve when it goes online a year from now. To start us off today, I'm pleased to welcome Trudy Gorno, ACAP's board chair, to deliver her greetings. Over the years, the ACAP board has considered establishing housing, but either the timing or the appetite of the organization was not right. As our work shifted and community demand led us in this direction, the ACAP board, under Trudy's leadership, supported this vision to advance this project and take this agency in a new and exciting direction. So please join me in welcoming Trudy Gorno.
Thank you. I'm really excited about today. And typically I would come up here to say, welcome everybody, and Jason said, no, you have to say more than that. So, but this is really an exciting day. I'm very pleased to extend our greetings on behalf of my fellow ACAP board members and to join Jason in welcoming you all, our community partners, here today. ACAP's board has supported the agency's leadership team and staff in serving our communities across Aroostook County in addressing the most pressing needs in our region, as they have surfaced and as they've been identified in our comprehensive community assessment. Recognizing a growing need in the area of helping individuals experiencing homelessness to find secure housing, employment, and other services, our agency, 4 years ago, with the generous support of benefactor Mary Smith, opened the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. This new center was then located at ACAP 771 Main Street Customer Service Center in Pascal, and it allowed to much better assist the individuals and to transition them out of homelessness. But very early on in those efforts to support the population of individuals experiencing homelessness, including the case management work that ACAP had started long before we had this resource center, the ACAP employees, including the program director, Heidi Ratcliffe, who will momentarily share the need for this particular facility, recognized that a place for people who are ready to leave the shelter but needed assistance here and there to be successful in that transition and in their lives was key to their success. Just putting them in a home wasn't enough for many of them. So work to establish such a place and space was underway in late 2019 and early 2020. You all remember what happened then, so that put a little bit of a hiccup in our plans. But when we learned of this building in 2021, we brought our partner for Maine Housing here, and it was perfect. This gave us our pathway forward. With a lot of effort on the part of the ACAP team and our project partners, and this includes Maine Housing, the City of Prescott, the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Foundation, Dovetail Consulting, and B.R. Smith Associates, we have arrived at this important day and milestone in realizing a dream that will benefit the many people who pass through these doors this time next year. So it is in the spirit of collaboration and progress to advance the collective work of our Aroostook community in serving the most vulnerable among us, to gain a greater economic and social mobility, that I extend both my greetings and appreciation on behalf of the Aroostook County Action Program, our dedicated board of directors, and our giving and talented staff of Aroostook County. Thank you.
Thank you, Trudy. As I mentioned at the beginning of my remarks, a lack of affordable housing is certainly an issue here in Aroostook County and nationwide. The County of Aroostook has been a key partner this winter specifically in helping us to address the immediate needs of emergency housing for individuals experiencing homelessness. County Commissioner Norm Fournier's roots run deep with ACAP, and it was his vision for this organization when he served as the first newly appointed executive director of ACAP after the agency was formed following the merger of the St. John Valley Community Action Council and the Central Aroostook Community Action Agency 5 decades ago, forming ACAP. That provided the solid foundation for our service to the communities and people of Aroostook County today. It is my pleasure to welcome a good friend of this agency, a personal friend, and a great gentleman, one of our county commissioners, Norm Fournier.
Thank you, Jason, for your kind words. And today I'm pleased to extend greetings on behalf of the County of Aroostook, my fellow Commissioner Bill Dobbins back there, Paul Underwood, and our County Administrator Ryan Parody, and Steve Pelletier, who directs our ARPA funds for Aroostook County. The start of construction on this first of its kind supportive housing project undertaken by ACAP is something that all of us in Aroostook County join in celebrating today. As partners working with ACAP, Homeless Services of Aroostook, and a number of other regional social service agencies to support housing solutions for those experiencing homelessness or who are housing insecure, the County of Aroostook fully understands the challenges that all of us face for the need to add to and improve to our region's housing stock. Never has that been demonstrated as more critical than this past year when the County of Aroostook joined forces with ACAP and Hope and Prosperity Resource Center to provide funding through Aroostook's allocation of the American Rescue Plan to support emergency sheltering, to establish temporary overnight warming centers to accommodate the overflow of individuals experiencing homelessness for whom there were no room at the Sister Mary O'Donnell shelter. Collectively, we came together to provide this emergency solution for this winter. However, we knew full well that more needs to be done to bring additional housing, such as this facility, to help Aroostook County deal with the housing crunch long term. The project we kick off today is a much needed step in the right direction. As someone who has been involved with ACAP for the past 50 years, I can attest to the important human needs that will be served by this future facility, beyond just providing a roof over people's heads. This supportive housing complex with embedded services offered through the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, housed on the ground level, will provide the support necessary for the individual residing here to navigate needed services, including employment, to help the residents be their best selves and live best lives. Having served as ACAP's executive director for 15 years, a long, long time ago, I know firsthand the tremendous amount of work that is required to bring a project of this magnitude to fruition. I want to commend Jason and all the ACAP staff for their hard work, their persistence, and their can-do attitude to make this project a reality. I think they deserve a warm hand of appreciation. I see the staff back there also that were instrumental in moving offices all over the city to Key Bank, a former Key Bank building. So guys, thank you very much for doing all of that. I could not be more pleased or proud to stand here today to also congratulate Trudy and the current ACAP Board of Directors and the Aroostook community for taking the next important step in the second 50 years of ACAP's history and outstanding effort to serve the residents of Northern Maine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Fournier. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium 3 representatives of our congressional delegation. Maine is very fortunate to have a congressional delegation in Washington, D.C. that goes to bat for this state, that goes to bat for this community and county. And we're very pleased to have 3 of the best local representatives here in Aroostook County that are joining us today. As you can well imagine, this project involves a good amount of federal dollars, and we're so appreciative of those funds and of their support as we have worked through this project. So I'm going to welcome now to speak one after the other, Tricia House, the State Office Representative for U.S. Senator Susan Collins, Jordan Medore, the Regional Representative for U.S. Senator Angus King, and Barbara Hazlett, the District Director for Congressman Jared Gold. Please.
Good morning. I'm Tricia House, and I'm here on behalf of Senator Collins. She is in D.C. today, but did visit today. It's a pleasure to congratulate the Aroostook County Action Program on the county's first supportive housing project. For over 50 years, ACAP has provided services and responded to the needs of Aroostook County residents. This latest project will do the same. I commend ACAP and Maine Housing for selecting a housing model that meets the needs of the community and provides services all under one roof with the Hope and Prosperity Center. Congratulations on this latest project, and thank you for your commitment to Aroostook County. Sincerely, Susan Collins, United States Senator.
Jordan Medore from Senator King's office. I'll be honest, Tricia kind of stole my thunder a little bit. The senator is also in DC today, but we did get a sneak peek with some of our DC staff a few weeks ago. Jason and Sherry gave us a little walkthrough of what the new location would look like, and I'm very excited to see that in real life instead of just on pictures. The senator did ask that I pass along a few words for you all today. Dear friends, as you gather to celebrate the first steps towards Aroostook County Action Program's new supportive housing complex, I wish to add my voice to those who recognize this tremendous effort and the work that it represents. For 5 decades, the ACAP team has held firm to their mission to support, empower, and improve lives, always ready to shift their focus when necessary in order to meet the needs of the community. They continue to address current obstacles head-on with this new supportive housing complex and permanent Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, which will allow them to expand their already exceptional listing of offerings and reach even more residents in need of community housing placements and services. I appreciate the good work ACAP does throughout Aroostook County and their great programs that add strength to our communities and families. It is one of the best parts of my job to see how organizations lead the way to meet the needs within communities they serve and are making a difference within our great state of Maine. So again, congratulations on reaching this milestone, and I am excited to see this project leave a lasting positive impact on the area once complete. Best regards, Senator Angus King, United States.
Good morning. I'm District Director for Congressman Golden, and as both Tricia and Jordan have shared, it's a real pleasure to be able to be here here this morning and get to see the first swinging of the sledgehammer. The congressman has not managed to visit yet, but Jason keeps after me to make sure that that happens with his next visit to the county, so we are looking forward to that at a future point. I wanted to read this letter on behalf of the congressman. Dear friends, thank you for the invitation to join you on this exciting occasion. For half a century, the Aroostook County Action Program has been doing what its name says, taking action in Aroostook County. Action that has helped protect the most vulnerable of the county, action after recognizing new threats to the well-being of county residents, and to respond to current problems. The conversion of this administrative building to enable 13 apartments to join the Hope and Prosperity Center in providing seamless service for those experiencing homelessness is yet another example of the great work ACAP does. The supportive housing model will enable ACAP to work even more directly with clients that need supportive services, such as working on paperwork, resumes, or obtaining a meal, and I'm sure many other things as well. I know you guys really help out with a lot. My thanks and congratulations for all that have been involved in bringing this project to the SledgeHammer Swinging stage. I look forward to visiting in the future. Sincerely, Jared Golden, Member of Congress.
Well, you've heard a little bit from Trudy and some of our partners about why this project is so critically important, but I figured that the best voice to share that with you was one of the individuals who really has been a champion for this project, and who has been the individual who started the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center here at ACAP and has led the staff effort to be able to serve individuals experiencing homelessness. Please join me in welcoming ACAP's Director of Programs, Heidi Brandt.
Good morning, everybody. I am not going to read off of something because if I don't know how to talk about the need with housing, I do not deserve to be in this role right now. So I really want to take an opportunity to say it was about 13 years ago when I started with this agency as one of the first case managers, and repeatedly over and over again, the need was housing. And when we thought that there was a need of housing 13 years ago, we have no idea how much that has grown recently. We have a homeless shelter that is over capacity, but most importantly, we have a population that is needing more help than ever before. It's a population we haven't looked at in regards to supporting. We have family shelter, we have housing for disabled and elderly individuals, but what we don't have is a service for individuals to be able to learn and grow and to be independent with themselves. And sometimes that means a little bit more effort and a little bit more work, which is where the concept of blending the Hope and Prosperity resources with the housing came to be. It's really important that we didn't just put a Band-Aid and say, here's your housing, good luck. We want to ensure that people have long-term housing and successful long-term housing. That plan is individualized to each person, and it's really important that with that support, they're able to fully be able to flourish to their full potential. And we can do that by having the staff on board downstairs to be able to support that 5 days a week. I'm so very excited to be able to see what this does, knowing immediately that we have a shelter with 50 people. When this housing is up to date, we can toss a third of those individuals into homes. Sometimes homes for the first time that they've ever had. But it's so important to understand that people often don't know the abilities of how to pay bills or read mail or to understand what it takes to be a good neighbor. Our job as this agency is to find unmet needs in the community. And sometimes that means paving a path that nobody has tackled before. This has been a journey. This has been lots of bumps. We have paved something that we didn't think was possible, but with many of you it was possible with all of your help and dedication in this room, and it wouldn't have been. There's no amount of words to say thank you. I can't wait to pick up that sledgehammer. I don't even think I am, but I'm gonna grab it. To be able to say that we've come so far, and it's just an honor to be a part of a project that I know is going to change the lives of at least 13 individuals in this county. Thank you.
As I shared with you, ACAP has not ventured into housing prior to this particular opportunity. And so we did not have the in-house expertise to be able to help guide and lead us through this project. We were very fortunate that our friends at Maine Housing connected us with a gentleman by the name of Andy Jackson, who became our project consultant through his firm, Dovetail Consulting, and helped us get to this day. In addition to Andy, we have been aptly guided through this process by Mandy Pooler of B.R. Smith and Associates, who have long been partners with ACAP on most of our building projects and renovation projects across Aroostook County. I first am pleased to welcome to the podium Andy Jackson, who will be followed by Mandy Pooler to tell you about this project.
Thank you. So I'll let Mandy, who did most of the heavy lifting on the project development, talk about most of the details of the project, but probably as you know, we're proposing and about to develop 13 new apartments here and the couple thousand square feet of the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. And about 2 years ago, I started working on this project. Jason called and said, we have this vision, can you help us meet it? And I said, I'll try. So here we are. And I just wanted to say, I work on housing projects all over the state, from Sanford to Farmington, Waterville, Bath, and here in Presque Isle, obviously. And every project has many ways where things can go wrong and kind of fall off the rails. But I got to hand it to Jason and Sherry, the ACAP staff, and everybody who worked on this project to really kind of just seeing the vision of the project as a real pole star and navigating towards that the whole time, and not taking no for an answer at any stage, and always being creative, working around any hiccups that came up. So I'm honored to be working with you to help meet the goals of this project. And I just want to remind everybody that starting construction is great, but the real point of this project is what happens after construction. We're going to be bringing, I think, $5.3 million to the table here, most of that done by Sherry, with doing the heavy lifting on the fundraising. And we're going to spend a lot of money to renovate this building, but it's going to live on for another, hopefully 50 years or so, providing much needed housing for households here in Presque Isle. And I'm just really happy to be part of the project. So thank you. Mandy Pooler, the designer. She'll talk about the project.
Good morning. As mentioned, I'm Mandy Pooler, and I'm here today on behalf of B.R. Smith Associates. We're the design firm who developed the building design drawings for the project and will manage the construction throughout the process. Our team also consists of mechanical system engineers and Swift Current Engineering, who completed the mechanical and electrical design for this facility. We are honored to be part of this project that will change lives for the better, and have had the opportunity to work together with those here today to find a solution to our affordable housing challenges. This facility will house 13 apartment units along with the Hope and Prosperity Center, which combined together will offer the housing and support that individuals experiencing homelessness greatly need. The upper level of this facility will consist of 10 apartments, which is a mix of 7 studio apartment units and 3 one-bedroom apartment units. The studio units include their own kitchens and bathrooms and a shared living, dining, and sleeping area. The one-bedroom units also include their own kitchens and dining areas and sleeping area, as well as a separate bedroom. This mix also includes one fully ADA compliant one-bedroom apartment, offering the necessary accommodations for kitchens and bathrooms and exiting to meet governing ADA codes. All the units include coat closets, bedroom closets, linen storage, and general storage closets. The building currently includes an elevator, which will be upgraded as part of this project. The elevator will provide convenient and ADA compliant access to the lower level, which will house 3 additional apartment units, cart-operated laundry facilities, and building infrastructure support spaces, and most notably the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, also known as the HPRC. The HPRC is designed to include staff offices, computer workstations, a coffee area, a dining area, commercial kitchen, shower room, restroom facilities, and a conference room. Safety and security is of the utmost importance for this facility. As part of the construction, a building-wide fire sprinkler system and fire alarm system will be installed as part of this project. A secure access system will be installed in the entrance to limit access into the facility, along with security cameras and other security measures. The design includes a mall style, kind of like you would mall with drop-down gates. We'll have one of those in the basement that separate the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center from the apartments to provide security for both the Hope and Prosperity Center as well as the tenants that live in the space in the lower level. Another critical element of this project is energy efficiency. The mechanical system is being fully rehabilitated with a new heating, cooling, and ventilation system. The electrical system is being significantly modified as well to include LED lighting and efficient appliances and other building components. The facility is receiving all new energy efficient and acoustically enhanced windows, as well as new doors, wall insulation, attic insulation, and air sealing improvements. While the appearance on the exterior of the building will primarily remain intact, short of the doors and windows, we'll be providing new site lighting, siding repairs, a new parking lot, and some landscaping around the main entrance here. We'll be removing the shrubbery, and we'll be placing a stone patio with bike racks and benches. We work with ACAP on selecting finished materials that offer good quality and a homey feel, but are also durable and economical. The HPRC will have offices with built-in shelving, epoxy concrete floors, a built-in dining bar and coffee bar, a commercial kitchen constructed from durable and maintenance-friendly laminate cabinets, commercial stainless steel appliance, and a subway tile walk-in shower. The apartment units, I have the display boards over here. The apartment units support spaces will include luxury vinyl tile floors, hardwood cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, bathrooms with a tub, vanity, and toilet, and furnished window coverings. The project was bid in February to 3 local construction firms and has been awarded to DeVoe Construction, owned and operated by Reed DeVoe, who is here today, in the back corner, wave. DeVoe Construction is based out of Eagle Lake and has decades of construction experience within Aroostook County and throughout the state. Most notably, the building directly across the street from us today, known as the Army National Guard Readiness Center, that was built in 2021. Reed has assembled a team of subcontractors and suppliers that are also Aroostook County based and also in the Presque Isle area, which provides great economic impact for our area and our small businesses. We are working in conjunction with the Maine State Housing Authority and the City of Presque Isle to finalize the necessary details to get this project underway in the next few weeks. Our entire team is looking forward to seeing the progress at all the milestones in the project and celebrating its grand opening in early 2024. We encourage everybody to take a moment, check out the display boards, which includes, we've got the 3D plan here of the apartments, what the appliances they've selected, some floor finishing selections, and what the cabinetry will look like in the apartment units. So again, on behalf of the RSA and our design team, we thank you for including us in this project and this event. We extend our congratulations to everyone involved here today as we mark a very important milestone and bring this project one step closer to reality.
Thank you, Mandy. As I noted, we have a number of partners that are working on this project, but the 3 largest partners who have been at the table for us include Maine Housing, the City of Presque Isle, and the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Foundation. We do have someone joining us from Maine Housing on the phone, Mark Wiesendinger, who is the Director of Development on behalf of Dan Brennan, who was trying to make his way up here yesterday, but a little nor'easter got in the way of his travels. So he is joining us on the phone today. Mark, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I certainly can, and everyone else here can as well, so go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. And thank you for letting me call in the celebration today. I really hope to be there in person. I've never been invited to a SledgeHammer Swinging ceremony, and figured that's a great way to save on labor costs. As Jason said, my name is Mark Wiesendinger. I am the Director of Development at Maine Housing. On behalf of Director Dan Brennan and all of us at Maine Housing, congratulations to ACAP on achieving this important milestone. This project has certainly faced some challenges along the way. Fortunately, we have a very dedicated developer team. Although they are new to some of the hoops through which they must leap to receive this funding. They've had to navigate the often complicated requirements of multiple federal funding sources. And this they've done well. We know that when it is completed, it will be an excellent project. Maine has a critical need for additional housing from Kittery to Fort Kent. It is currently estimated that there's a need for an additional 25,000 affordable units across personal and familial connection to the Aroostook County area, I'm relieved to see such a capable group leading the way and providing a great service to the good people of Presque Isle and Aroostook County. Congratulations to ACAP. Thank you for your continued hard work.
Thank you, Mark. The next partner I'm pleased to welcome to the podium is the City of Presque Isle. And I recognize that Martin Puckett, the City Manager, as well as the Director of Economic and Community Development for the City are joining us here today, and they have been tremendous partners in this project at every step of the way. When we had to go back a second time to the planning board to get a second rezoning application, they were there and were very supportive, and Galen Wiley in particular has been just a tremendous asset to this project for us. But there's a young man who is now the chair of the Presque Isle City Council, who I first got to know as a student at Northern Maine Community College, and knew that bright things were ahead for this young man. He was a very nice and very studious young man, and did a tremendous job in the student body at Northern Maine Community College. And I'm so pleased to now see him leading the City Council of the City of Presque Isle. Please welcome to the podium Jacob Shaw, Presque Isle City Council Chairperson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacob Shaw, and I have the privilege of being the current chair of the City Council. Thanks to that privilege, I have the pleasure of speaking here today. Although up here in Aroostook County, we can sometimes feel sheltered from the political and social issues of bigger cities, we have not been so fortunate to be shielded from them all. Addiction, domestic violence, increases to the cost of living, skyrocketing housing problems, and homelessness. While organizations such as ACAP and many other deserving institutions within our city battle against those societal ailments daily, Presque Isle has still felt the sting of an increase of the individuals struggling with them. We've seen just this past summer and into the winter how vulnerable a growing segment of our population are. It was during those times that ACAP and all those other organizations, such as the homeless shelter, our colleges, the donors, city departments, housing authorities, housing developers, individual citizens, and so many more were called on to address the issues. For those who do not personally experience homelessness, the steady stream of news highlighting the growing issue on a national level, followed by a number of instances in our small city, can feel concerning. And it causes those who look to their community for answers. They want to hear that we are working toward a solution. But to those who do experience homelessness or feel its weight bearing down on their struggling family, it can be terrifying. It is a time of uncertainty, a low point where you fear being judged, rejected, and forgotten. Thankfully not by ACAP. It's for these reasons, when I'm standing before a group of leaders in Aroostook County and those who advocate for it, that I feel pride. Pride that our community is tackling the problem in the most real and tangible way, by providing a roof over the heads of the citizens most in need and ensuring they are never far from the resources they need to succeed. These people have lost their homes, not their humanities, and ACAP, with this supportive housing project, will help those in need and show onlookers in the community how much stronger our county can be when we focus our resources on those who need them most. To some in the community, this may appear to be another home for the homeless, but those who watch ACAP and other community-driven organizations work tirelessly to solve problems as old as civilization itself, we will know this housing project is so much more. It's a building with a handful of units. A handful of units which, by the time everyone present here today is long gone, will have supported either directly or indirectly thousands. It is a building which purpose is to give those in need hope and prosperity. ACAP and those who support their cause have taken a giant leap forward in increasing the efficacy of the safety net of Aroostook County. And I, as the council chair, on behalf of the City of Presque Isle and my fellow city councilors, want to thank ACAP for their continued service to our citizens, and also to anyone who puts any small amount of time and effort into making this housing project a reality. You have done a great service to your community, and we know you won't stop there. Thank you. And the third leading partner on this project, the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Foundation, has sent along sentiments that will be shared now by ACAP's Director of Advancement and a key individual working on this project, Sherry Walk.
Thank you, Jason. It is my privilege to share this letter provided by our partners, our supporters, and our friends at the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Family Foundation. Dear Jason, ACAP board members, staff, and community members, the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Family Foundation works closely with nonprofit service providers who utilize data and human resources and whose objectives lead to the achievement of high-impact goals. It was evident to all members of the Rodney and Mary Barton Smith Family Foundation that investing in the supportive housing project would have a lasting impact on Aroostook County and the community as a whole. ACAP's much needed and creative solutions to ongoing housing challenges of Aroostook County provides hope for the future of Presque Isle and those in our community who need access to affordable housing options. We believe that this innovative and creative solution is in alignment with the Foundation's philanthropic values and vision. For a decade, I have been investing in projects in Aroostook County. ACAP has grown into an exceptional organization. They are the heart and hard work. They've made such a success of the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, and they are now expanding into supportive housing project. They are a role model for other community action agencies. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we are delighted to share in the excitement and milestone of ACAP's SledgeHammer Swinging Event. We look forward to being present for the ribbon cutting in the near future. Sincerely, Mary Smith.
And before we proceed with the SledgeHammer Swing, I just want to make sure that I acknowledge the steering committee that worked so hard to get us here today, in addition to the partners, those that included, of course, Sherry Walk, ACAP's Director of Advancement. ACAP's Board Chair, Trudy Dornum, served on the steering committee, as did our Board Vice Chair, right back there, Gary Sanfasson. The other board member was Nancy Trober, who is the librarian for the town of Van Buren and serves on the ACAP board. Heidi Ratcliffe, our Director of Programs, our Chief Operating Officer, Jamie Chandler, our Chief Financial Officer, Wanda Osgood. And over the course of the project, we were blessed to have two of our financial analysts working on the project, both Taylor Dobson, who has now left the agency, unfortunately, but is doing a great job working for County Federal Credit Union, who started this project out, and Becca Mary, who is now leading the project for us as the financial analyst. In addition to those folks, I'm very pleased to say thank you to the entire ACAP team, most especially our facilities team, who, as Commissioner Fournier noted, have been doing a tremendous job keeping not only this facility, but keeping up with the moves of our facility, and certainly have borne the brunt of a lot of the labor, physical labor for these projects. And my hat's off to you, to Danny, Jeannot, and to Dave for all of the work that you have done to get us to this day and beyond this day. So thank you to all of those folks. At this point, it is now my pleasure to welcome the folks who spoke back to the front of the room, where I'm going to ask you to don a hard hat, because the two people with the honor of swinging the sledgehammers today are our Board Chair, Trudy Morneau, and our first Executive Director, Norm Fournier. And so please, if you were a speaker, come back up to the front, grab a hard hat, and get ready for the swinging to begin. I'm going to give you a count of three here, and then you can swing. 1, 2, 3.